Hello everybody, welcome to the Sound Test Room. Today we are taking a look, a Logic Pro 1.1 update. Now this update is actually really great. The most important thing is adds this new mastering assistant, which is really awesome. So we're gonna do a tutorial on the mastering assistant. You also get a couple of extra packs, one for Alchemy, I think. Tons and tons of bug fixes. In fact, all the bugs that I had with the Midi not coming in straight away, etc., all that's been fixed. Everything is great. Now, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Please consider becoming a patron. It was a really massive help, and there's tons of stuff over there for you guys. Right, okay, I've assembled this little track here. I won't play it all. I'll just... There's quite a bit of stuff going on. It's mainly just assembled from loops just to give you guys an idea of the mastering assistant and how it works. Right, there are a couple of ways to add the mastering assistant to the project. You can go to the plugin manager here, open this up, and then go to output. You'll notice here it's on track, so you can add an audio effect to whatever kind of track. You see it change here, whatever track you're kind of focused on. And then you can go to sends, and this is where you can add your send effects. And then if you go to output, you'll see this will change to stereo out. And on a stereo out, I have a barricade limiter set at -3 dB. You can add the mastering here. You can see this little button. But the most logical place to add it is the mixer. Now, the important thing about mastering a track is it's the very last thing you've done. Now, make sure everything is good. Make sure everything is the way you want it to sound. Make sure it's all mixed, because mastering isn't going to fix all that stuff for you. You'll have to do all this work yourself. Right, let's go to the mixer. You'll see that on our stereo out here, we have a barricade, which you've just seen. And now I'm going to press this mastering, so, and there it is. And then if I open it, oh, right, now that's what it does. As soon as you open up the mastering assistant, it will analyze the track for you. Okay, and it's done. Now we can open it up here. So let's go show details. Oh, another thing as well, that at the moment I have this set in setup, right? Okay, but we could just go to our normal mixer view. If we in our normal mix view, you won't see mastering assistant, until you go and add it in here. Okay, now we can go back to our mix view. It's easier. Click on this once and it opens it up. Let's close the mixer, and it leaves the mastering assistant there. Now, here we go. I'm going to bypass this, right, and play the track. What this is going to do is, after it's analysed the track, it's going to try and find the best EQ and the best levels and the stereo spread and stuff to suitably make the track sound ready for release. Okay, this is important because the LUFS here, most streaming services want a -14 LUFS, and this is what this is going to give you. You don't need to mess around. Leave the loudness set in the middle. This will set the maximum level at -14 LUFS, and it will also give you the true peak here. You'll see it's at -3.4, but I have a limiter on there at -3. Okay, so let's play, and then I'll bring in the bypass. When the drums come in, I'll do it again, so you'll hear it more. So without, with, bypassed, and this correlation thing here. See, we're sitting at -12, -11 now. We can boost the loudness a little bit. Let me explain what this is doing. You see this, when this is here, this is good, okay? it means your phasing, your stereo correction and all that is right, it's fine. If it starts to go into the negative here, the minus, you don't really want that, so you might need to go back and adjust your mix, but most of the time you're going to be absolutely fine, right? We can make it wider. You see, now that's too wide, it's no good. There's okay. That's basically mono. See, going that way, going this way is perfect because we're going to be hanging around over here. Now we have different characters for the algorithm. Punch is quite nice. I like punch for this one. Perfect, -14, and this is about the loudest part of the track. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Now, like we've looked at the width, this will increase the width of the stereo image, okay? And the analytics have brought this back down to this minus here, okay? Excite will add a bit of saturation, I guess. Okay, so we're not continually listening to that section there, right? I am going to close this mixer a sec. Oh, sorry, close that down a minute. And listen to Watson going bonkers, right? I'm going to take this here to this loudest part of the track. And we're going to focus on this area here, right? So, okay, brilliant. Let's go back to our mastering assistant now. Okay. We can play with the loudness. We can play with the loudness, but bearing in mind, if you start to go too loud, it's going to -8 way too much. So you really want to leave it on where it's set now. Excite, we'll excite now. Lovely. Now this control here, this allows you to customize, well, control how much influence the analyzed version has had, right? So you can take it right back down to no analyze, or bring it up. But you also have custom EQ here. See this blue line, which will allow you to boost the lows and the top end. Or cut them. And boost or cut the mids. Nice. And you can set the mid gain, the high gain, or the low gain here. Now, say for example, you're not really happy with that version, right? You can hit reanalyze the section, so it's going to reanalyze the whole track. Like this might take a few seconds because it is a whole song, of course. There you go, boom, and it's changed it now. Now, the thing with mastering, normally mastering will boost the volume a little bit, and the thing is, if something is louder, our brain will normally perceive it to sound better. So, you know, for example, if I'm playing a track like this and it's really quiet, it's still all the same settings, but if I all of a sudden go, oh yeah, listen, it sounds better, you know, let's just reset that. Bypass. See, it's actually louder. This has a really cool function called loudness compensation. And what this will do if it's turned on, right, it will make the mastered version, right, let's make a few adjustments here. It'll make the mastered version and the unmastered version exactly the same volume. So you can really hear it without an adjustment in the volume. And you'll hear that a lot now. See, I've pulled all these mids down here now as well. So there's the original version, but it's the same volume. It's the mastered version that I've completely messed up. We turn this off. So just for fun, let's reanalyze one more time. Okay, and let's reset the mess that I made of the EQ. Where's my bass? It's down here somewhere. All right, I'll just reset that as well. So let's make some adjustments to the stereo width based on what their original settings were. Let's put this onto clean and -14 is what you're looking for there, which is the stereo. This is mono stereo, and this is what you want. Lovely. Okay. Very, very important thing to remember at this stage, once you're happy with your kind of mastered thing, is that before you export it here, okay. Oh, you can also export now in 32-bit float, which and I think you can record it in 32-bit float if your audio interface will stand it. Anyway, the most important thing is that when you've finished all your adjustments and stuff, make sure that loudness compensation is turned off. Make sure that you're not bypassed. And then when you export your mix, it will export this version of your track. And before we go, let's kind of just take off our loop. Sorry, that's track loop, and take off the main loop here. And I will run through the track again. The mastered version, of course, this time. If we go to our output now, we can go and see our mastering assistant as well. Thanks very much for watching, guys. I will see you later. Ta-ra.